Market with Markie, here with the fabulous Erin Lawrence. Nice to meet you. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's a beautiful day. We did all that. We got the schedules down right. Everything is going to go great. This is beautiful. It's a beautiful day outside. We got the beautiful Erin Lawrence, the designer and fashion stylist. Erin's Elite Modeling, everything. Like, she does a lot, and she does a lot not only for just people in Evansville, but just people, just anything in her vibe lane.
Yes.
She does a lot of things. She's a very talented woman. So, let's give her a big shout out. Thanks for coming on the show. But if you got a Instagram, social media site?
Yes, I do have Instagram. My Instagram name is all with a dot after the y'all about dot Erin. So all dot about dot Erin. All about Erin. And basically on there you'll pretty much see a lot of my photography skills and a lot of things that inspired me with most of my own photo shoots that I actually got to do just the past couple years. Just different looks you'll get to see from different personalities that bring in front of the camera. So.
Okay, great. The first question I really want to ask you is, when did your love for fashion start?
Man, and it's funny because every time I get that, people always want to know, hey Erin, how did this come about? And my thing was, as a kid, my parents would even say it, I was the high maintenance kid. Like, I was so into just everything being so extravagant. I would collect magazines. I would take my Barbies and cut up my socks and make clothes for them. I remember there was a couple occasions where I took even toilet paper and made a veil, a wedding dress, and my mom would come in my room and she'd be like, Jazzy, you got all this toilet paper in here? And I'm like, I'm making clothes, Mom. It was just actually one of those things that just started really young, from the age of maybe, I want to say 7 or 6 even. I would even go to yard sales with my parents, and I would be the kid that would find all the name brands, and I'd be like, I'm going to school and I got my name brands on, because when you grow up in certain circumstances, you don't really have it all. So that was my all right there, finding the name brands at the yard sales, at Levi jeans, and as long as they had a name brand, I was buying it, and it was $2, yeah, I'm getting it.
Yeah, most definitely. That's so crazy to hear, because as a child, I used to just like, even the thought of a yard sale, I wish I would have stayed at home. But what I do want to ask you out of that, what magazines were you collecting? Like, what magazines were you into, maybe? You know what I mean?
Man, I remember going to my grandma's house, rest her soul, Georgetta Galbraith, and she would have these big, thick Vogue magazines, and even my mom, she would have magazines mailed to the house. I would collect a lot of Harper's Bazaar, even the catalogs that would come in the mail that would just be pictures of fashion. Like, I would flip through those and it would just be regular, like gossip type magazines, like People magazines. I would see what celebrities were wearing. I didn't know who those celebrities were at the time because I was young, but I would just be so fascinated into what they had on and what those designers were. I remember even searching the designers' names, what they had on, just being really intrigued. And back in the day, there was actually a show on the Style Network. There was a whole Style Network. And they actually used to broadcast fashion shows like all day. And I would just come home from school, do my homework, and literally just sit there and watch show after show, just mesmerized. So.
Right. That's crazy that just like at such a young age, might have not knew what you were doing, but the passion for it has always been there since you were young.
Absolutely.
So that's just crazy that you had that passion when you were young,
yeah.
And the drive still continues. It's a beautiful thing to see, especially when you see people blossom into what they really can become. Because I'm really intrigued about this tissue toilet paper dress. That's what I'm intrigued about.
Yeah, they were pretty extravagant gowns. Yeah, you had a veil and everything.
Don't get me wrong. They definitely were all white. I mean, check her out.
Exactly.
That's super good to hear. Super family memory. Super great family memory. The next question I want to get more involved about is your modeling agency, Erin's modeling agency. Man, how is that Elite Modeling going for you?
It's kind of one of those things that kind of blossomed into like just a, let me just see how this goes, just to see, because I know that, coming from a small city, there's not a lot of that here. So I was just kind of like, let me just gather up a nice team and that can actually trust me, because when you're in front of the camera modeling yourself for so long, People that understand that, okay, well, she's modeled before, so I kind of trust her, versus going to just anybody, hey, let me take your photo, we can do this and that. I felt like the people that I wanted to gravitate towards was someone that could actually trust me behind the camera taking their photos, and also styling them, helping pose them for pictures, just be an all-out coach. Because for me at that time, it was just more so, you know what, I'm going to stand away and I'm going to help some people, you know, get to where they want to get to if they really serious about this. So that was really my main goal. Like, I don't want to be the forefront. Y'all gonna be the forefront.
So when did you when did that start? When did that start? When did that start unofficially?
Yeah,
then we get to the official part. When did you have that shower moment?
It was definitely, I want to say 2014.
Yeah.
That was like my major year where I was just like, you know what, let me just go ahead and gather up a team. I was putting out flyers everywhere. Hey, model call. I was going to the mall, getting girls from high school at the time. Hey, are you interested in modeling? Here's my card. I'm trying to put up a team together. Just let me know when you're ready. And then before I knew it, it was about 15 that I had. And you know, whenever you start off something, it does kind of trickle down. You know, people got obligations, and I respected that. So I wasn't pressuring anybody. It was just more so like, if you're serious, let's go. We're going to do this. And I had a nice solid team at the end of the day of like 7 to 6. They pretty much helped me, you know, get my start when it came to that. I was designing strictly just for their body shapes, working with what they had.
And we know you Queen Pinstripe, so we're going to get on that a little bit later. We do know you Queen Pinstripe.
Yes,
but that's a beautiful thing, because it's 2020 now. It started in 2014, so let's give her a round of applause, because she passed the 5-year small business gap. She made it. It's official, you know. She's doing good. It's a success, and man, I can't be happier for you. It's just
thank you.
Because people really have to go out there and have that drive, and you seem like you really have that drive and dedication, like we say. Ever since you were a young girl, it seems like you were inspired to always have something with fashion and Vogue, and just, you know, just to be out there and give other people a spotlight. You know?
Absolutely.
And that's such a beautiful thing. What would you say the quality of Erin Elite modeling is? Like, how would you, if you were to give it a sentence vibe, what would you sentence me out? You know, if somebody could say that.
Well, when you look at the word elite, because I was really debating names for the longest time, and when you look up the word elite, it's a superior group. So I wanted to have a group, not even just models to showcase my brand, but I'm an umbrella of many different things. Elite is just a group superior to many different things in general. So basically, you know, you can get your modeling, you can get your photography, custom design, tailored, you know, suits for men. One of my main fortes for just general everybody is custom denim. For women, definitely I'm with the pencil skirts, and the skirts, they're pretty much fitted to your body, so it's not going to be something to where you're going to wear just one time. It's going to be something that you'll have one of a kind in your closet that nobody else has, because one, you picked out that fabric, and it's basically tailored to your body frame. So that, and then also another little thing I kind of got into every now and then is closet organization. That's another thing that I have under my belt with Elite, Erin's Elite. Basically, you know, there's people out there who don't really like to go in their closets because it's a mess. I get that. So, you know, let me just create a platform where people can just call one person, hey, I need you to come get my closet. It's a mess. I have a lot going on. From basically organizing it, basically designed on a code that I designed myself. I'm not going to go into detail with that. You have to order that service, but
right.
It's a code that I basically generated myself when it comes to organizing your closet, so that way you have easy access to it. Another thing that's under the Elite brand, Erin's Elite brand, is personal styling. You have an event coming up and you just hate dressing off of a mannequin. I'll come with you to the mall or wherever we have to go to get you dressed for that occasion. Even suit tailoring. You need your suit tailored every Easter. I hem up my dad's pants and get him all together, and my son. So that's another thing that a lot of people don't know that I do too. So.
Alright, that's awesome, especially because everybody needs that. So
yes.
I'm gonna have to get you with some stuff on some other activities, so we might have to talk off camera about some stuff.
There's many times where I just look at suits and I'm like, I really want to help you out.
That's super duper great. You know, if the legs is a little tighter, but you know, folks don't. It's different. and everybody wears any type of clothing different, and that's also one of like the incredible things about being an artist. It's like, you know, everybody's art is different. Like, you know, like go ahead and go with it. Some people's is abstract, some people's more plain, or some people might be completely out there. But if you even catch a little bit of it, like I know what you're talking about.
I know.
I feel it.
I know.
So that's great. The next question I want to ask you is about your event you got coming up, your Mother's Day event.
Yes.
May the 9th at Tropicana. Like, tell me more about that Mother's Day event, because and with Mother's Day approaching, let me know about that.
I'm like really excited about that, for one, because I've wanted to do an event.
You start, shout out, because you're a mom yourself, you know, shout out all moms, you know.
Shout out to
moms. Everybody got moms, you know, shout out.
Yeah, I'm really excited about this. I've wanted to do an event to this nature for a really long time, and just finally had some downtime to really just sit down and just plan everything. And it's not only just for mothers, men can come too and support. There's going to be roughly 14 to 15 vendors that the ladies and men can shop from, ranging from self-defense to getting your makeup done. There's going to be hair, different boutiques, just all types of stuff. I'm not going to give you everything, but you really, that's something that you don't want to miss. There's going to be a meal there. You can sit down and eat, shop. And there's going to be a surprise from me, too. So.
Oh, look at there. Erin's Elite Surprises now. Yeah, we're going to need that. That's super good, man, because, you know, when you touch base on that, so good. And, you know, and then also your tickets is on Eventbrite?
Yes, they are. On Facebook, the event is on there, too. The ticket link is on Facebook. I can leave the link on here, too. But tickets are only $20. And like I said, that's going to include basically your meal. And you can shop from other vendors, and there's also going to be a special in-memory ceremony too for those that have gone before us for moms. So
that's super dope. Super dope. What time will it be taking place?
It will be at 5:30 to 8:30 p.m.
Okay, super dope. Food, vendors. Yeah, it's going to be a super classy event, man.
Absolutely.
You know, that's exactly what we like to hear. And once again, like I keep telling y'all, this lady is doing. She does a lot of things out there in the community, and I'm always happy to see people working, especially towards their dream and just working in general.
Yes.
Now let's get about this about Erin. We want to know what's all this juice about.
Okay. Well, when you go in there and you follow me, you'll see a lot of. I like to try different looks. I don't want to just do just one type of main style. So when you go on my page, you'll see a lot of looks that I've worked with from different photographers in the past couple years. I don't like to be in front of the camera all the time, but I do like to showcase my ability in modeling. So when that came about, I reached out to many different photographers in, you know, this tri-state area, Midwest in general. And I just kind of let them do their own thing. I didn't really coach, you know, how I wanted my photos to be. I literally just told them, hey, I'm wearing this, do what you want, you know. So I kind of let them do their own thing when it comes to that. You'll see a lot of that on there. And then I also have a lot of highlights from just my past projects that I've been working on too. So
Righteous. That's exactly what we like to see. Now, when it comes to that, how is that for you as a photographer? To sort of take a step back, even though when you be like, oh, it's a beautiful photo, but in the back of my mind, like, yeah, he edited it this is over edited. Like,
I know.
I understand a few things, but like, man, you really, you know, it's small tendencies, but it's like everything else, you know, it's things of the trade. But how do you handle things like that?
It can be a bit challenging because like I said, they have their own eye and I have my own eye. So when I do hire a photographer to take my photos, I try my best to not like overstep, you know, their whole process, because they have their own process like I have my own. So I literally just let them do their own thing. And normally, since they know that I do photography too, they give me a nice sheet of work to kind of choose from. But for the majority of the time, they kind of get what I want.
Yeah.
So it's not really too much to bargain with.
Right. We're on the same street.
Yeah.
So it's not too hard.
Yeah, we help each other.
Yeah, that's super duper cool. And you're a hip hop fashionista.
Yeah.
That I have learned. So I want to get, who influenced you in hip hop as far as their fashion?
Well, it's funny because I grew up with my sister. She's my older sister. She's 9 years apart than me, so
Yeah, I got a
she
big sister too.
she definitely, shout out to my older sister, by the way. She definitely inspired me when it came to like hip hop, because I remember just hearing her music, and I was like a dancer too, so I would always just be dancing. I'd be like, what is this you listening to? And she would have like all her friends over, and her older cousins, and I would just go in her room, and she would have like all these posters just hanging in her room, and it would just be so cool, and it really fascinated me a whole lot when it came to music, especially the early 90s. She put me onto the Lords of the Underground, Far Side, Q-Tip, Mos Def,
Shout out.
Common.
See.
I mean, just a lot of underground hip hop artists, and definitely Pac too. So it's just one of those things that I just gravitated towards.
Yeah, see, she sound like she got a lot of that East Coast lyricalism in there, like, you
Definitely.
know. Right, that's always good to hear, man. That's great. You know, you just spoke on Pac. I always ask a pivotal question. My question is simple: Biggie or Tupac? You know.
Oh man, ooh, see. It's one of those hard decisions because they both were at the prime of their life. So it's just kind of hard to narrow down because they were both literally at the same peak, in that time frame. But if I really had to, I would definitely go with Pac.
Ooh.
And I don't want to sound so cliche, but it was just really his whole swagger then too, like in his videos, like his dances and his style, from the way he talked. He was very articulate. He was a smart gangster. So I mean, I that was just something I kind of liked, so I'm not gonna, I love Biggie too in many different ways, but if I had to choose, it would definitely be Pac.
Okay. We got another one for Pac. I'm keeping the tally, so people have to go like, well, I got the tally going up. So
Yeah.
Yeah, that's super good to hear. So who's your favorite stylist?
I was debating this for a little bit, but I have to definitely go with June Ambrose. She was one of those stylists that I actually looked up to too, when it came to just the whole styling. When it came to hip hop, she's one of Jay-Z's stylists. She's many hip hop stylists for a lot of artists, but her style in general too is kind of like myself. I can be girly sometimes, I can be tomboy, but I can wear some sweatpants with some heels and just walk out the door with just probably some lip gloss, and that's kind of how her style is too. I'm more so relaxed, and I may have on maybe like a nice watch or something with jeans, and maybe throw on something with heels. I mean, I just like to change it up, and that's exactly how she is. She's kind of both lanes.
Super cool. June Ambrose is her name, and that is your favorite stylist.
Yes, sure is.
That's good to see. Now, what type of style would you say she has based off of what you've seen?
She's a hat woman. I've noticed. She actually kind of introduced the fedora hats and the different hat styles to the NBA players too. She's one of those women that could just wear a whole leather suit, and throw on a fitted hat, or have her hair all nice and done. I just like the fact that she can change it up from, she's a woman walking in the room, but she's a powerful woman walking in the room. Just her demeanor and her style, the way she dresses too.
Super good to hear.
Definitely.
Especially when you hear that. And gotta bring the fedoras back, man. Gotta bring the fedoras
You
back.
You definitely do.
Them is definitely nice.
And that's a hat for everybody, really. It just depends on what you have on. Just throw on that, and you ready to go.
Yeah, you mean I think of the fedora and I go classic mobster. Man, you gotta have a fedora on. What's wrong with you, Fonzie?
Yeah.
That's super good, and she's a hat lady. So, what would you say your niche or cliche thing is when it comes to your fashion? Like, what can you say you pride your work on?
Straight on this. I would definitely say my attention to detail. I look at things like when I go shopping that most probably wouldn't even look at. I'm not gonna wear nothing ridiculous. Like, I already know that I don't look good in leggings. My body frame isn't for them, so one thing I can for sure put my stamp on is I'm not going to sit up here and be anything that does not fit my body. And anybody that I dress, it will definitely fit your body. And, you know, it's not going to be one of those things where I just threw it on. Now, it may be one of them days where you catch me in Walmart.
Right.
And, you know, I may have thrown on something, but for the most part, if I'm going to be presenting myself to a certain amount of people,
yeah,
you know, it's going to be something that's going to fit me.
Yeah, I definitely threw on something because I came in here to get, you know, 10 items or less lane. So,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
that's how it be.
Mm-hmm.
The next question I got for you. You recently did a live panel question and answer on December 27th for Dating in the Digital Age.
Yes.
So, how did that go? But before we get on how did that go, I want to ask you, what was the thought process in coming up with things like that again? Because that's, you know,
yeah, that's
it's happening.
Yeah.
And it's you know, it's not happening to where it's like, oh, it's happening. Like, no, people are getting married and it's happening.
Yeah.
Like, well, where'd y'all meet? Like,
in the gram.
yeah, like on the gram. Like, I'm like, what? Like,
yeah, it's a real thing. Actually, it was something that I saw already on social media, and I was like, hey, I want to kind of be a part of this. This is neat. And it was me and a bunch of other people. We just got together, put our minds together, and we literally just threw ourselves out there. And it's something that I do want to continue to be a part of. And it's funny because, you know, at this day and age, everything is definitely digital, including dating. So I kind of feel like that's a huge topic that a lot of people, you know, are definitely interested in, because that's kind of how you do meet people nowadays. You know, you scope through profiles and pictures.
where's your boo at? How many people you done blocked in your inbox? How many unreads you got?
I mean, it's a real thing. You know, dating in the digital age, that is a huge thing, and I mean, a lot of people jump on it.
Now, with questions and answers about it, have you done dating through?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. It's 2020. Who hasn't?
Yeah. You know.
You know. I mean, I don't really go out a lot. So when you don't go out a lot, I mean, that's one thing that, you know, you're going to be gravitated towards. Is okay, this person is interesting. Let's see what they're about, you know. And then you meet in person, and then if you click, you click. If not.
Now, Valentine's Day just wrapped up.
Mm-hmm.
Could you give us guys a few, you know, what's some short list no-nos? Maybe like let's get 3 short list no-nos. Like, yeah, don't do that. Can we get 3 short list no-nos for Valentine's Day?
Well, if I had to say 3 short no's, because it just depends on what type of woman you're dealing with. Some people like to be all out and extravagant. Yeah. I'm a homebody, so.
Some people, it's just another day.
Yeah. So it really just depends on what type of female, you know, you're dealing with. If you know she's gonna want the most, you definitely need to be in advance and plan what you want to do. I know most guys don't like planning, but when you're dealing with that type of woman, then that's something you're just gonna have to do.
Right, you should be accustomed to it by now.
Yeah.
You should know.
That's just, I don't really have any real no-nos. I feel like men should just know.
Automatically know everything, huh?
I mean, like, if you dealing with somebody and y'all been dealing with each other for a minute, you definitely should know, you know.
We're going to just automatically go to the next question.
Yeah,
because now you just looking bad again, fellas. I tried. We just looking bad again. Back to the Dating in Digital Age live panel question and answer. It was at the Bokeh Lounge, correct?
Yes, it was.
Okay, and that's a beautiful venue. So how was that?
It was a lot of fun. Like, at first, I wasn't sure what to expect, because, I mean, we are in a bar. You know, there's alcohol involved. I didn't know if we was going to get people, you know, out of control. But
the truth might have came out.
It did. It definitely did come out. It was really interesting. It was funny because most of my answers, I try to draw the crowd in by laughing. So I did do a couple jokes just to kind of like ease the mood, because when you're talking about dating, that can kind of be a little tense for most people. Some people were there with their girlfriends or significant others, and it was like, you didn't want to say the wrong thing, and then you look out in the crowd, somebody's over here eyeballing their partner because they answering questions a certain way.
I mean, you know, every dude in there got pinched that night.
Oh, like, yeah, it was a lot of fun, though. So, I mean, the questions were really intense and deep. So, if we could do another one.
Were you the only person on the panel?
No, it was me and 4 other people. It's definitely on Facebook, on the link on there, but it was... I knew one person, and that was Marcus, but everybody else, and then my cousin, Eris Botzel, he was doing a lot of the questions too.
Okay,
So, but other than that, we were all strangers, and we just met that night, and chemistry was there, questions was getting answered flawlessly. It was just a really great topic.
Yeah, everything worked out. That's super, super great to hear.
Definitely.
Here's the next question I got for you. What's the favorite collection from your line?
Ooh.
We'll come back because you're oohing it on too much. So we'll come back. You know that's your delight. You know you like it. So I'll just ask you, what's the favorite time to drop stuff? When's your favorite time? Spring wear, summer, winter collection? What's your favorite time?
I'm definitely going to say fall, summer. And I say that because a lot of the things that I like to do for the summer, for women especially, is dresses and skirts. And, you know, you want to show your leg a lot. And I just like comfort. The comfort with, like, the type of fabrics that I choose is a lot more thinner. So for that summer time frame, it works well with the weather. Fall, I say that because I love denim. I'm a big fan of denim. And when it comes to doing custom denim, that's just like one of my fortes. You know, you can do it with the Timberland boots. Women can do it with the heels still. That's just my favorite time frame to do my most collections. So
how is it doing collections in the summer and the fall, especially when colors change and colors intensify so much, especially like the colors from summer to fall? You know, how does that go? Because those colors are night and day. They're close, but they're not close at all.
They can be, but what's one thing when it came to me doing clothes in general, I don't want to restrict myself. I know there's always that, you can't wear white at a certain time. That rule has been banned for me for years. I've never followed it. I don't restrict myself when it comes to that. I feel like anything goes. So if I want to do, olive green in the summer or fall, I'm gonna do it. I don't restrict myself on colors. I like neutrals. I like prints. No rules.
Can we get the big hats? When we're gonna get the big hats? The overly large Kentucky Derby hats.
Ooh,
but not like, you know, heavy like that. But you know.
Yeah.
When can we get we just need a few.
See, I haven't even ventured off into that, but that is something that I could probably see myself doing, because I do see that there's a mainstream for those, and
I mean, they're super. Everybody, grandma,
I know,
has them, and they're nice. But I see a lot of other people have them too. Just as you know, they're just fashion hats.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, when people put on, they're like, yeah, you could have put that hat on.
See, when it comes to hats with women, your hair has to be a certain way. I think that's one thing.
It's usually down.
Yeah.
Most of the time, it's always down.
Exactly. And that's probably why I haven't been gravitated towards it, because I like to change my hair up a whole lot, and a lot of women do. And it's like, well, I got this whole collection of hats. I'm going to have to make sure I change up my hair up, which is not a problem. But that's one thing I know for women, is like the hair.
Okay, so let's get back to your favorite line.
Okay. See, when you ask me that, I've always thrown out kind of like sample previews, just to kind of draw people in to see what I have going on. And I never titled them either.
What type of sample previews do you do to let people know what you got going on?
Most of mine have been kind of small preview, like shoots, maybe like 4 or 5 pieces. I know that my most memorable and favorite would be, I think it was winter. I did one winter line, because I hardly ever do winter.
Winter's my favorite time of the year.
This particular one was actually done downtown Evansville in a parking garage. It was about 9 o'clock at night, and I had my baby in the stroller, I had my son with me, and I had my best friend shoot me that night. And it was basically a collection that I had done. Like, we shot it in the summer, but it was for winter. So I was down there burning up in this fur coat, and I had made these pants. I made pants for the first time. One leg was nude, and then the other leg was like sheer, kind of shimmery fabric. And at that time, I was really inspired by a lot of Balmain. I still am really inspired by Balmain.
Okay, girl.
They play a lot with sheer fabric. specifically during that year they did. This was like 17.
But the nude is like, the nude with fashion is so crazy because people are wearing it and it's like, well, yeah, what's going on? Like, yeah, we got this whole set of fabric out and we got this, but the nude fabric is seeming like,
yeah,
what are you doing?
It's
like,
sexy,
what
you
is
know?
nude? It's just some, I don't know. It's more like I wouldn't call it elegant, but I would call it classy with a taste of sass. It's just like, and it's a perfect silhouette to any woman who likes to show up their shape, which most women do. So it just comes natural. I've seen it a few times. I've seen it.
Yeah, it's like that sexy, mysterious vibe. Like,
yeah,
not nude, but
it's different, but it's nice. Like,
yes,
you know, that's cool. And it's not leggings.
Yes.
So let's differentiate that now. It's not leggings.
Not leggings.
So it's a huge look difference. It doesn't look nowhere near the same at all. Doesn't look the same at all. And another thing I want to ask you with that, have you ever thought about doing a fashion show?
Oh, it's funny you asked me that.
Ah, look at you. So what's going on?
So I actually did a show summer of 2015 downtown. It was actually shot in one of my friends' establishments at the time, Brandon Gabriel. Shout out to him.
Right, shout out to BG. BG or Cameron Jones, whatever his name is. Shout out.
It was shot there, and it was a lot of fun. I had made a collection. It was roughly 10 to 15 different pieces, ranging in denim, pencil skirts, my forte, and dresses. And I had 7 to 9 models, and it was a lot of fun. I was like one of those things where I just kind of like threw it up in the air. I was like, let's just see what happens. And then before I knew it, I looked out in the crowd, and it was just a lot of love. Since then, people have actually asked me if I was going to do another one, and that's why you have to see my surprise May 9th.
Oh, look at here. Oh, look at here. That's good to know. So how is it being a fashion style designer, but still having to look at other fashions inside the city and be like, you know, you're good at what you do. I wish we could work together.
Yeah.
But people might not reach back out to you.
Oh, yeah, it happens.
Have you had that happen?
Oh, it happens. And I just kind of, throughout the years, it's actually humbled me. Only because you kind of embark on your own passions, and you cannot expect people to always say yes or always want to understand what you have. So there was plenty of letdown when I first started, but it definitely humbled me because I know that what my niche is may not be the same niche for somebody else. So I just had to stay in my own lane, stay focused on what I'm passionate about, and just stay true. So
now in the future, because there are a few stylists out here, like I'm personal friends with Shay Seals. She's I love her style. She's hard. You know
yes, I met her.
Yeah, she's super nice, man. Known her since we was kids. She's super nice. Have you ever thought about, you know, hooking up with somebody like that and putting on maybe a bigger show?
It's funny you ask that because it's so amazing being in a small town because shout out to Shay, by the way. I actually met that woman many years ago.
Shay Renee, y'all go get that. Y'all go get that.
I met her in the mall. I had my baby playing. I think she may have had her kid playing too at the time. And I forgot how the conversation started, but I remember her telling me that she was like starting into designing and doing different things, and I was telling her that I was looking for models at the time, I believe. And as the years progressed, I remember seeing her work, and I was like, okay, I love seeing people, talk about what they want to do and then seeing their vision, just take place. So I definitely do see myself putting on a platform to where a lot of designers here just can collab together, because I go out of town all the time and I see a lot of designers in other cities that are just a whole force to be reckoned with. Like, there's one main place people know, ooh, it's Midwest Fashion Week, we're going to see this designer. I want to see that here in Evansville.
Yeah, see, because that's my whole thing with that. I want to expose Evansville, and I always want to ask people, entrepreneurs, artists, fashion, rappers, all that stuff.
Yes.
Because rappers, are you doing a showcase with some other rappers?
Exactly.
It's an entrepreneur. Are you thinking about more business ventures?
We all win together.
It's that's the only way.
Yeah.
You got to blow the balloon up until it pops, and then once it's popped, everybody.
It's a big thing.
Yeah, So that's always good to see. The next thing I really want to know, don't shoot the messenger. The next thing I really want to know, is it fashion or is it just design? What is your if I woke up today, I wanted a bowl of fashion and I knew it.
Okay, well, to me personally, fashion it's an emotion. Fashion is an emotion to me. I feel like what you personally bring to the table, that's your mood. So if your mood is, going to be some sweatpants today with maybe some Tom Ford or some Stephen Madden, it's a mood to me. That's the whole mood. Design, that's something that you create. Your own lane. And you may think that mood and, all that is the same. It's definitely not. Mood is based off your emotion when it comes to fashion. Design is literally something that's custom tailored to you. It could be something to where, what inspires you for that design. It could be something that, could be music.
Have you ever, thought about possibly working with some of these people in Evansville? And,
absolutely.
Let me give you a little flavor.
Definitely.
Say you want to wear this weekend, I understand you want to wear Balenciaga this, Balenciaga
yeah.
that. Just throw a little bit of this in with that.
I feel like it's a dope thing, especially if it's local designers and you see maybe an artist that does music here wearing 3 different local designers. That's dope to me.
Yeah, like one of my friends, my guy Fat Poppy, he got his Poppy Life clothing.
Yeah.
And man, it's nice too.
Yeah.
And I always like to see people with brands keep linking up and working because I know, the tighter you get them links, the longer that train gets.
Yeah.
Y'all can really start making moves and doing
have
things
a whole
like that.
thing here, that'd be amazing to see. Definitely.
Yeah, that's super nice. Once again, for everybody who hasn't been listening, this is the beautiful Erin Lawrence.
Hello.
On MUHLARKEY with Markiie. And, make sure you go to her event May 9th at Tropicana,
yes.
The Mother's Day event. Tickets are on sale at Eventbrite, so make sure you hit it up. Look it up on Facebook. Get more into Erin, and so you can see what she's capable of and what all she's about. Thank you for coming on with MUHLARKEY with Markiie.
Thanks for having me.
Beautiful guest, great time. Can't wait to see what you got going ahead. All power to you.
Definitely. Thanks for having me.